Vipul is burdened with education loan. Vipul Sharma of Hamirpur, Himachal Pradesh completed his mechanical engineering in the year 2020. Vipul's family had admitted him to a renowned educational institution in Chennai. Vipul is hardworking and secured a good rank too. He was waiting for the last semester to get over and hoped to work in a good company after campus placement. Vipul had spent about 12 lakh rupees in his 4 years of education. Vipul's middle class father had also taken a loan for studies because he felt Vipul would be able to secure a job with a good package. Even before the end of his education, Vipul was in talks with a few companies for a job. But then the COVID-19 pandemic started. Layoffs started in companies where Vipul was expecting employment. Vipul and lakhs of students like him who had dreamt of a good job after completing their professional studies found themselves amidst unemployment due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Vipul had hoped that after being employed for a few years, he would be able to study abroad. But his hopes of getting even a menial job have been shattered. After 2 years, Vipul got a job in a startup, but the small company is not showing any signs of growth. The founders are changing the business model frequently. Instead of private job, he has also started attempts to secure a government job, teacher or employee in any department. COVID-19 pandemic has shaken India's job market. Those who graduated from colleges were expecting jobs. In the meantime, people who were fired from their jobs increased the competition. For people like Vipul, the problem is not only the lack of work opportunities, but that the opportunities of getting a good salary are also decreasing. The average graduate salary in India is way too low. Various employment surveys and studies show that before the COVID-19 pandemic, the trend of contract jobs in India has increased, in which salaries are low and social security is limited. What was in the budget? Even in the budget presented in February last year, there were no incentives for such industries where Vipul and lakhs of youth like him dream of getting white-collar jobs after pursuing higher education. ICRA's 2020 report shows that the largest number of new jobs in India came from the information technology, banking and telecom industries. COVID-19 has wreaked havoc on these industries. In the last 2 years, in order to increase employment, 13 different sectors were given production-linked incentives (PLIs) worth Rs 1.97 lakh crore for 5 years. The impact of these incentives on the job market is yet to be seen. Rs 1.08 lakh crore has been given to the Road Ministry for highways and economic corridors, as well as Rs 18,000 crore to strengthen the transport system in urban areas. But employment opportunities in these sectors are less for Vipul. The last budget did not provide Vipul with opportunities or policies that could help him get a job. The job market around the world has become stagnant due to the pandemic. For employment in areas like fintech, robotics or machine learning, Vipul will have to study afresh, the cost of which he cannot afford. A small dream. Vipul will now have to start his own business. He hopes for incentives and policies beneficial for him in the next budget. Otherwise, Vipul's last hope is gig economy, where he hopes to find employment. But working a menial job after spending so much on education feels like a shattered dream. For the time being, Vipul's dream is dead and buried.